A day after the governor presented his budget proposals, leaders of the state's small towns are reacting. They're meeting with top state officials right now in Southington. News 8's Kent Pierce takes us inside the Council of Small Towns.
More than 100 Connecticut towns are small towns, and the Council of Small Towns meets with top state officials each year to talk about their big issues.
Well, we're all in budget season right now, so whatever the governor does is going to kind of trickle down to the small towns.
Small town leaders listened to Governor Ned Lamont's State of the State address and did not like what they heard about schools.
The biggest concern in terms of the governor's budget is how it impacts education funding. Education is always a big cost driver in local budgets, and to the extent that it reduces funding is a concern.
But they did like plans to spend state money on improvements to transportation and infrastructure, and the idea of giving local groups called COGS the ability to regionalize certain jobs.
So they can hire the tax assessors and building inspectors and purchasing agents and the IT nerds, which your town may not be able to afford on a full-time basis.
We are pleased that the governor's proposal does mention the need to regionalize certain services such as assessors and building officials and finance directors, because our towns are having a really hard time finding people to fill those.
The state comptroller told the group he thinks the state's fiscal guardrails help keep state and local budgets steady and predictable, and he urged local leaders to call their state representatives
and tell them how important you think these guardrails are and how important the state's health is to all of you and the work that you do.
The comptroller also offering all these small towns something that not everybody knows the comptroller can do, which is offering health insurance. They can get it through the state for their employees at a rate that he says is actually pretty good. In Plantsville, I'm Kent Pierce, News 8.